So for a while now, I've been receiving TikToks, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels about old movies from my childhood, and the one that really caught my attention was Lemonade Mouth, which from memory stood out as the best decom of them all. Argue with your mama. This created the idea of reviewing this classic movie almost 15 years after its original release. Now, going into this, I knew it wouldn't exactly hold up to the standards an 8-year-old me would have had way back when, but my god, was I not ready for some of the things I watched in this movie. So here we are, Almost Galaxy, and this is Lemonade Mouth almost 15 years later.
The story of how our band came to be is a mystery to them all.
We start off with some narration from our protagonist and lead singer of world-renowned band Lemonade Mouth, whose name is Olivia, but some of you guys might recognize her as Teddy from Good Luck Charlie. She talks about how revolutionary and genius her group is, even describing one of her bandmates as
Charlie Delgado, drum god.
But is this just teenage flattery, or are they really revered musicians in universe? Because I'm pretty sure this whole movie from start to finish takes place in a span of like a year. Apparently, this flashback wasn't far enough for the story to start.
If I'm gonna tell you this right, I need to go back to the beginning.
So we flashback even further to one of our guitarists, Stella, who is clearly rebellious by the way she strums her guitar strings. Stella is upset her family moved her halfway across the country in the start of a new school year for whatever reason.
Why would that be hard?
Like any child would be. But if you look at the house in the earlier clip, it seems pretty furnished. So what has Stella been doing school-wise prior to this particular day? Regardless, the fact that Stella is new at the school is apparently such a spectacle because our antagonists immediately call out the fact that she's new as she's walking up to the school.
Oh, check out the new girl.
Next up, we meet Wen, whose dad clearly watches too many red pill podcasts about how dating women your own age is useless because his girlfriend is like half his age, but this man is ecstatic about that fact.
She's 28 when.
One by one, we meet each of the band members whose parents just don't understand them or their dreams. This is especially the case with Drummer Boy, aka Sasuke, aka Charlie. His parents want him to become a soccer prodigy like his brother Itachi. What they don't realize is that his passion lies in his love for drumming. You know, the thing he's introduced doing in the backseat of his parents' car. Following Charlie's introduction, we get our first good look at our band's bass player, Mo. No Galaxy. And clearly our boy Charlie has a little thing going on for Mo because he gets so distracted staring at her that he literally trips over nothing. Mo is getting dropped off by her stereotype of an immigrant parent who reminds her to ask her teacher for extra credit and damn near has a heart attack when he notices his daughter could be possibly wearing lipstick.
Lipstick you're wearing? You're too young for that sort of thing.
Mo, against the wishes of her father, dolls herself up for her secret high school boyfriend in the school bathroom. And by doll up, I just mean she removes the blazer she was wearing in her dad's car and applies more lipstick. After walking out of the bathroom to a jump scare from her boyfriend, Mo agrees to skip school with him because the all-seeing principal will be too preoccupied with the new girl.
Just this once. Don't worry about Brennigan, alright? He's with the new girl.
I'm sorry, does every new person in this school just enter with a target on their back or something? Because why is it such common knowledge that A, Stella is new, and B, the principal has a whole routine with new students that keeps them locked away? Regardless, Stella on her first day of school is being lectured by her principal because she's wearing a shirt that crosses his unwritten line. He goes on to yap about how he runs a tight ship at the school, and for a brief moment I thought Stella broke the fourth wall. Turns out she was just dry snitching on Mo, who could be seen on these crystal clear security cameras skipping school.
Come on.
Which results in her receiving detention in exchange for her father not being called. This, of course, enacts a montage of each band member receiving detention. Wen gets detention for calling his teacher a no word.
Are you stupid?
Olivia gets detention for reading in the janitor's closet. What's critical gets detention for throwing the soccer ball at his coach. And Stella gets detention for challenging authority.
My shirt, my decision. Hey, don't let your school...
Okay, really she gets in trouble for standing up and yelling during the principal's speech. But that doesn't matter because movie. Oh, and Mo's boy toy gets off scot-free because he's one of the school's golden boys.
He actually let me off with a warning. I'll see you at lunch, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Is this movie about white privilege? Bro got off with a warning?
Unbelievable.
Unfortunately for everyone else, they're not. So they get sent to the school's underground, a place where all activities that don't include a ball are underfunded and pushed to the wayside. Also down here is the thing that unites our team together.
Music?
No. The lemonade machine.
There was a moment Where the stars align and fates collide, this was that moment.
This one plot device becomes the driving force between our beloved geniuses and the reason for their band's existence, but we'll get to that soon enough. Now in detention, the students are tasked with straightening up the doo-doo water dripping music room, and I think I'll just let my past self do the talking for this part. Also, the 6 most musically inclined people in the whole school miraculously got put together at the same time, and there just so happened to be a beat in the background for them. So, like it's something straight out of a Broadway musical, this ragtag group of musical geniuses who barely know each other, by the way, if at all, come together to create an impromptu song. No practice, no sheet music, no pre-existing song to play from. When suddenly, the big bad teacher comes in to discipline them for disobeying her orders.
You have a beautiful voice!
What? The music teacher, after hearing these prodigy level students freestyle a whole song together, rightly decides that they would be perfect to play at the Halloween bash, and to prove to Principal Corporate that sports is not the only thing that can rake in dough. So she proposes that the kids play a Rising Star, a talent competition in which the winner receives a record deal. But apparently chasing papers sounds too good for everyone outside of one. Most against it is Olivia, who is traumatized from the last time she performed on stage.
And 5 minutes into Baba Black Sheep, I threw up down Mikey Nichols' back.
That was hilarious.
No, it was humiliating.
Everyone else is just scared of being squashed by the school band, Mudslide, which just sounds like another name for diarrhea.
Keep that winning streak alive. Okay.
I'm sorry, how did Stella get everybody's phone number?
I think it's about the band.
And why does my guy keep following Olivia? The gang meets at a local pizza place where they discover that Stella has signed them all up for Rising Star and the school's Halloween bash, all without asking any of them first. Of course, some of them try to fight back, with Mo even saying,
Stella, goofing around in detention does not make us a band.
I'm sorry, but yes, it does. I'm no expert, but as far as I know, it's not normal for 5 strangers to meet up and know the same song in perfect harmony. A song that doesn't exist prior to them. Mind you, it's a song that Olivia wrote, and it just miraculously came with a backtrack from God.
Let's make the most of this.
All things said and done, the crew leaves the fate of their band to a coin flip. Heads they play together, tails they don't. And what do you know? Although this time things are not going so smoothly.
Okay, this isn't working. We'll get it.
The crew apparently can't create good music unless it's a freestyle. So Mo decides she's out and Charlie follows in suit. We're not even 1 gig in and it seems like everything is falling apart. Until... I'm not even gonna lie, that's a hit.
Olivia, did you really write that?
What you mean? Did she? You all played it. What do you mean? Did she really write that? I just gotta say, this whole thing where everyone seemingly falls into a musical trance, only to wake up out of the most impactful song they've ever played, and then ask Olivia, "Did you really write that?" It's the most confusing and insane conundrum that I cannot wrap my head around. Is Olivia writing the lyrics only, and the band is improvising the music? Is she also writing the music? Why does the band know the songs and then act surprised? Somebody please make me understand. Or am I reading too deeply into a children's movie? Anyways, Mo goes to her boyfriend's gig to reveal to him that she's the reason why his band set at the Halloween bash is being cut in half, and he essentially tells her that her band won't amount to anything in comparison to his, and then leaves to go perform one of the worst songs I've ever seen in a Disney movie. I'm a superstar and I got a cool car and the girls love me more than whoever you are. Of course, now that the whole school is aware that a new band is encroaching on the popular band's territory, everyone now hates my name out. They're even so kind to threaten them to back off the Halloween bash. Like legit. Somebody makes a letter in bold red ink telling them to back off the bash or else. The group, while minding their business in the cafeteria, gets approached by the rival band's lead singer, and he decides that the best way to address this new band is to assault them.
No. When? Yeah. A little help here, please.
No, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
My guy is about 3 inches shorter than both of the male members, but they're all scared of him. All but Stella, who spits lemonade in Johnny Test's face, which almost results in an all-out brawl.
What is going on here? They just start threatening. Next thing you know, it's lemonade mouth over here. Spits all over me.
In the next scene, Wen pulls up to Olivia's house unannounced, and his excuse is,
Stella said I should come by.
brother, did she? The two start working on their next hit when Wen spots Olivia's dying cat and decides to flame it.
Wow, that is an old cat.
At which point it's revealed that Olivia's mom is dead, and that cat is the only semblance of her mom that she has left. As for her dad, I don't know, she hasn't revealed it yet. Oh well. Lemonade time. On the topic of lemonade, apparently the lemonade machine that the school's band has been getting drunk off of is scheduled for removal, which of course means the end of the world for our girl Stella. But we'll get back to this, because when Wen goes home, he learns that his 40-something-year-old dad is about to ask his 28-year-old girlfriend to marry him. On top of all this, there seems to be some trouble in paradise with Mo.
Time for your good.
Wait, Mo.
Fast forward to later that night, and the Halloween bash is upon us. The music teacher is dressed as Nicki Minaj, and Olivia is a no-show. Turns out she's hiding out in the girls' bathroom because her nerves are giving her the bubble guts. With 6 minutes to spare, Stella pulls out some lemonade from her utility belt, and Wen hands her some bathroom lemonade. Not to be confused with Pete. And our girl is ready to rock. Stella goes on a rant about how the lemonade machine that no one outside of the band know about, yet the whole crowd reacts as if they've been drinking the lemonade all school year.
Now the Mel's lemonade machine in the basement is scheduled for removal to help pay for this gymnasium.
The song that follows is more so expressing that the students in the underground deserve to be heard just as much as the elite students that play sports. The school's dictator does not agree, however, and responds in kind. This is followed by a whole suppression of Lemonade Mouth as a whole, with the principal saying if he hears so much as a hum coming from anyone in the group, they will be suspended. Another quick side tangent, I now realize watching this as an adult that this whole movie is essentially a commentary on class warfare, inequality, and unification. Like, it's genuinely an analogy for the working class uprising against the elites, as the movie says itself when Stella's reading the newspaper, plus the constant motif of revolution and such. A very interesting concept coming from Disney. To further push this point, we even see the school body accept and even embrace Lemonade Mouth. The gang meets at Dante's Pizzeria to discuss future plans, and Wen tells the crew that he actually hooked them up with an opportunity to play there. Until Mo sees her ex with the girl he literally cheated on her with, so she runs outside and the gang follows, only for there to be a surprise waiting for all of them. Cue the second best song of the whole movie.
She's so good.
After this, Lemonade Mouth is officially famous in the school, and they even have the mark of anyone with a little bit of clout. You know, people trying to leech off you.
Hey, would you listen to my demo?
The next day though, Olivia has the audacity to not show up to school. So instead of just texting her to see what's up, they all just pull up to her house. Yeah, so it turns out the cat that Wen roasted, so it left to go see her mom. But instead of being helpful, the group collectively decides to complain about how hard their lives are, only to get out trauma dumped by Olivia.
I'm just some big letdown. I'm never gonna live up to this idea he has with his perfect Indian daughter.
Try living up to a perfect brother. Take perfect brother any day over my dad's ridiculous girlfriend.
My dad's in prison.
But it's fine. The group makes it up by playing the most impactful song of the whole movie, and possibly any decom that I've seen. It's such a genuinely heartfelt ballad that I actually implore you to listen to in its entirety.
Will always be more than a band.
That is the song I used sad for real, man. No, I'm not crying. Leave me alone. To follow up the somberness of the last scene, Wen's future stepmom barges in on him pretending to be in an interview to alert him to the news that his band is playing on the radio. And just when things are starting to look up for the band, they bomb their set at Dante's Pizza, which somehow turns into an all-out brawl. And then directly following this, Mo rejects Charlie's declaration of love for her, to which he responds like any mature person would.
No, you know what? Be heard. It's a stupid song. I'm never singing it again.
Even worse than that, Mo is sick, and Charlie's a dumb. Even worse than this, Wen's dad asks him to be the best man at his wedding, to which he drops a framed poster of the future couple on his eye. Even worse than this, Wen attempts to trauma dump on Olivia again, which fails, leading to an argument where Wen says, "Screw the Rising Star competition," which is tomorrow, leading to a scene that kind of confused me.
Give up, see if I care. I didn't even want to be in this band in the first place.
Then why did you do it?
For you, you jerk!
I mean, at what point in the movie was this implied? As far as I remember, Olivia only joined because the teacher was like, yo, don't you guys want to have your voices heard? And then she got convinced at the pizza place. At no point did I feel any real tension between Olivia and Gwen, at least on Olivia's part, prior to Gwen first coming to her house. Anyways, quadruple times worse than all this, Stella decides to protest the removal of the Mel's lemonade machine by sitting in the way of these two movers. So, like any grown man would who wants to go to prison for the rest of his life, they decide to grab the child, to which her friends attempt to murder the movers.
Hey, put her down!
To the shock of no one, this move lands them all in a holding cell where the group essentially calls it quits. No, they don't. The power of freestyle music is too strong.
Come on, turn up the music.
All their parents come to bail them out of jail, and Wen even hugs his 28-year-old stepmom for the first time. Preceding this is the scene where the child of two immigrant parents sits down her father to explain to him why what she did was not that deep and how he needs to loosen up a little bit.
I deserve for you to just let me be me.
But you're still in trouble.
In what world could this possibly happen? Even more unrealistic is a sequence of events where the worst band known to mankind performs to a standing ovation while spewing the most generic and ear-grating lyrics you could imagine. Mind you, these guys are competing for a record deal that they'd probably win if they weren't up against Lemonade Mouth.
Trying hard to fight these tears. I'm crazy worried.
Never mind, I take that back. Turns out the power of friendship apparently has a time limit, and it ran out in that holding cell because not even 30 seconds into their set, the group calls it quits and begins to walk off the stage when suddenly,
Trying hard to fight these tears. I'm crazy worried.
absolute cinema. Well, surely after that, they won a record deal, right?
We didn't win Rising Star.
Oh. Well, surely Mo didn't get back with her cheating boyfriend just because he helped her out on stage one time. Oh, well, surely Gwen isn't going to go back to Olivia and start crying about his life.
About Sydney. You know, she may not be my mom, but she definitely cares.
Well, I guess I was half right about this one. It seems in the end, everything worked out for everyone. Gwen became his dad's best man at his wedding. Stella met the creator of Mel's Lemonade, and the school got built a whole new auditorium. Wait, what?
We are open!
What is the timeline of this movie? Is this all still in the same year? When I was in high school, it took them 2 years to build a choir room, let alone a whole auditorium. But they seemingly did this in the span of like a couple months. But whatever, it's just an auditorium. I'm sure no other major developments happened for these 10th graders.
That's actually not true.
What's that?
They performed at Madison Square Garden.
Yes. Believe it or not, these high school sophomores who have known each other for probably 6 months are now performing at Madison Square Garden in front of 20,000 people. I guess it just goes to show that when you put your all into something you believe in, any and everything is possible. You know what? I wonder what this band is doing right now. Let's go check.
All right, let's do this. Just gotta put my password in here real quick and boom. Now, after a decade of near silence, what could these guys be doing? I have to find out. Come on. Enter. Okay. My guy. Can't lie, that threw me for a little... What? Alright, next. Wait, what the... Wait, there's no way. You're telling me the power of friendship isn't real? How do I break the news? There's one more.
man, I'm going to sleep. I'll see y'all next time.